Do you understand English but feel scared when it is time to speak?
Do you know the words in your head, but your mouth stays quiet?
Do simple questions feel like big problems?
Like, how are you?
What did you do today?
Where are you going?
And suddenly, your brain says, sorry, English is closed today.
If that sounds familiar, this lesson is for you.
Because today, we are doing real English speaking practice for beginners.
Easy English,
Slow English.
daily English.
Real conversation English. Hi, everyone.
Welcome back to Easy Talk English.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Sam.
And today, we are going to practice simple English conversations you can use in real life.
Not hard textbook English.
Not strange English.
Not fake English.
Real English.
The kind of English you need when someone talks to you at school,
At work.
in a shop,
On the phone.
or even in your own room when you practice alone.
Because many beginners think they need perfect grammar before they can speak.
But that is not true.
Many beginners think they need thousands of words before they can talk.
Also not true.
Many beginners think confidence comes first.
But wait,
What?
confidence usually comes after practice.
Exactly.
First, you try.
Then you make mistakes.
Then you try again.
Then slowly, your fear becomes smaller.
And your voice becomes stronger.
So please stay with us until the end.
Because this is not only an English lesson,
It is also a confidence lesson.
a real life lesson.
And near the end, we will share the one message every shy English learner needs to hear.
Okay, Sarah, let's start with one honest question.
Go ahead.
Why do beginners freeze in conversations?
Because conversations move fast.
Yes,
And beginners often want the perfect answer.
that is the problem.
A very big problem.
Because real conversation is not perfect.
Never.
People stop.
People think.
People forget words.
People say, wait, what?
People ask again.
People laugh.
People correct themselves.
That is normal speaking.
Let me tell you something.
I'm listening.
One learner told me I can read English well, but I can't speak.
Very common.
So I asked, what do you say when someone asks, how are you?
Easy question.
And the learner said I try to make a perfect sentence.
Oh no.
Exactly.
That is too much pressure.
Yes, for a small question, you need a small answer.
Like, I'm okay.
I'm good, thanks.
A little tired.
Not bad.
Short answers are still real answers.
That is a very important lesson.
So today, we are not trying to sound fancy.
No.
We are trying to sound clear,
Natural.
simple.
Alive.
Here is the interesting part.
What?
Good English for beginners often starts with very small sentences.
Like what?
I'm at home.
I'm tired.
I'm hungry.
I'm going out.
I had a busy day.
I need help.
These are small sentences.
But they can open real conversations.
So let's start with conversation number 1.
Greetings.
The first step.
The small step.
The important step.
I'll start.
Okay,
Hi, Sarah. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How about you?
I'm okay. Just a little tired.
Why are you tired?
I had a long day.
That is a full conversation already.
Yes, and it is very easy.
Let's break it down slowly.
First, say hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey.
Then ask a simple question.
How are you?
How's it going?
How are you today?
Then answer with a simple sentence.
I'm good.
I'm okay.
I'm tired.
Not bad.
Then add one small detail.
I'm okay. Just busy.
I'm tired today.
I'm good. I just got home.
That extra detail helps a lot.
It makes your English sound more natural.
But wait.
What?
Many beginners say the same answer every time.
Let me guess.
Go ahead.
I'm fine.
Exactly.
Morning? I'm fine.
No sleep? I'm fine.
Bad day? I'm fine.
Lost wallet? I'm fine.
That answer works.
But it has no life.
So let's give everyone more easy choices.
Good idea.
I'm okay.
I'm a little tired.
I'm pretty good.
I'm a bit busy.
Not bad.
I'm good, thanks.
These are simple and useful.
Here is a question for everyone listening.
What do you usually say when someone asks, "How are you?"
Comment your answer below in English.
Even one short sentence is great practice.
And if you want more simple speaking lessons, like this video.
Yes, like this video if you want to practice with us every day.
Now, let's move to conversation number 2.
Talking about your day.
One of the most common topics in English.
People always ask, "How was your day?"
Or, what did you do today?
So let's make this easy.
Use this pattern. My day was.
My day was good.
My day was busy.
My day was okay.
My day was tiring.
Then add what you did.
I worked all day.
I went to class.
I stayed home.
I had 2 meetings.
Then add a feeling.
Now I'm tired.
Now I feel better.
Now I'm relaxed.
Let's practice.
How was your day?
My day was busy. I had a lot of work, and now I'm tired.
Very nice.
Your turn. How was your day?
My day was okay. I stayed home, did some work, and now I feel calm.
Great answer.
Notice something important?
What?
These answers are not long.
But they are complete.
Exactly.
Complete is better than complicated.
Say that again.
Complete is better than complicated.
Let me tell you a short story.
Go ahead.
One learner always answered with one word.
Like what?
Busy, fine, tired, home.
Very short.
Too short. So I told him, add one more sentence.
Just one more?
Yes, only one more. And suddenly everything changed.
How?
Busy became busy. I had a lot of work.
Better.
Tired became tired. I slept late.
Better again.
Fine became fine. I'm just a little hungry.
That sounds much more real.
Exactly. One more sentence can save the conversation.
So if you feel stuck, remember this.
Answer and then add one more sentence.
That is a powerful beginner trick.
Now let's move to conversation number 3.
Talking about your morning.
A perfect topic for beginners.
Because mornings repeat.
And repeated life gets repeated English.
Common questions are, what time do you wake up? What do you do in the morning?
Easy questions.
Easy answers too.
I wake up at 7.
I brush my teeth.
I make breakfast.
I drink tea.
I go to work.
I go to school.
Let's do a mini conversation.
What do you do in the morning?
In the morning, I wake up at 7, drink tea, and get ready for work.
Nice. My turn?
Yes,
In the morning, I wake up early, make tea, and read a little.
that sounds peaceful.
Thank you.
But wait,
What?
real mornings are not always peaceful.
Very true.
Sometimes mornings are small disasters.
Tiny disasters.
Daily disasters.
Like waking up late,
Missing breakfast.
forgetting your keys,
Missing the bus.
spilling coffee.
That one is emotional.
Very emotional.
Let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
One morning, I woke up late, looked for my socks, spilled my tea, and left home without my lunch.
That is a full drama episode.
Yes, but it was also good English practice.
How?
Because later I could say I woke up late. I was in a hurry. I spilled my tea. I forgot my lunch.
Those are excellent beginner sentences.
Real problems give real English.
Here's the interesting part.
What?
You remember useful English better when it connects to your real life.
Yes, if you really missed the bus, you remember I missed the bus.
If you were really in a hurry, you remember I was in a hurry.
Emotion helps memory.
A lot.
Here's a question for everyone.
What time do you usually wake up?
Comment your answer below.
For example, I wake up at 6:30.
Or, I usually wake up at 8.
Simple answers are perfect.
Now let's move to conversation number 4.
Food.
My favorite lesson.
I know.
Food is easy to talk about because everyone eats.
Usually, yes.
Important correction.
Common questions are, what did you eat today? What's your favorite food? Can you cook?
Let's practice.
What did you eat today?
I ate bread and eggs for breakfast.
Nice. What's your favorite food?
My favorite food is biryani.
Good answer. Can you cook?
A little. I can cook rice and eggs.
Great beginner English.
Your turn. What did you eat today?
I had tea and toast in the morning and rice for lunch.
Very natural.
Let me tell you a short story.
I'm ready.
A shy learner almost never spoke in English class.
Okay.
Then the teacher asked, what did you eat for lunch?
Easy question.
And suddenly the learner gave a full answer.
Really?
Yes, I ate chicken, rice, and salad, and I drank juice.
That is great.
Because the topic was real.
That is such a big lesson.
Beginners speak more easily when the topic is close to life.
Food, home, sleep, work, family.
Not only difficult school topics.
Now let's go to conversation number 5.
Talking about your home.
Another easy daily topic.
People ask, where are you now? Are you at home? What is your room like?
Easy questions.
Easy answers.
I'm at home now.
I'm in my room.
My room is small.
But it is comfortable.
Very nice.
Your turn. Are you at home now?
Yes, I'm at home now.
What is your room like?
My room is simple. I have a bed, a desk, and a chair.
Perfect.
But wait,
What?
some beginners think they need beautiful words to describe things.
But they really do not.
Simple words work well.
Big,
Small,
clean,
messy,
quiet,
noisy,
bright.
dark.
Easy words can do a lot.
Let me tell you something funny.
Go ahead.
One time, I forgot the word messy.
What did you say?
I said, my room is not clean.
That is actually excellent.
Really?
Yes, because you kept speaking.
So easier words can save you.
All the time.
That is a huge beginner lesson.
If you forget a word, do not panic.
Use easier English.
Keep going.
Keep talking.
That is real communication.
Now let's move to conversation number 6.
Talking about feelings.
This one matters a lot.
Because feelings make English human.
Very true.
Easy feeling words are happy, sad, tired, busy, hungry, sleepy, nervous, excited, relaxed, worried.
These are simple words.
But very powerful.
Let's practice.
How do you feel today?
I feel a little tired, but I'm okay.
Why are you tired?
Because I slept late last night.
Nice answer.
Your turn. How do you feel today?
I feel relaxed because I finished my work early.
Very good.
Here's the interesting part.
What?
Many beginners talk only about actions.
I went here.
I did that,
I came home.
but they forget feelings.
And without feelings, your English sounds flat.
Compare these two answers.
Okay.
I worked all day.
Simple.
Now this one. I worked all day and now I feel tired.
The second one sounds much more real.
Exactly. Feelings create connection.
Here's a question for everyone.
How do you feel right now?
Comment one word below.
Just one word.
Happy, busy, tired, calm.
One word is enough to begin.
Now let's move to conversation number 7.
Talking about plans.
Another daily conversation topic.
People ask, what are you doing tonight?
What are you doing tomorrow? What are you doing this weekend?
Easy future answers are,
I'm going to stay home.
I'm going to study.
I want to rest.
I'm meeting my friend.
I might go out.
Let's do it.
What are you doing tonight?
I'm going to stay home and read
Sounds nice. Why?
because I want a quiet evening.
Great. Your turn. What are you doing this weekend?
I'm going to visit my family on Saturday, and on Sunday, I want to relax.
Very natural.
Here's the interesting part.
What?
Many learners think their life is too boring for English.
But that is not true.
Not at all.
Boring life gives great English practice.
I stayed home, I cleaned my room, I called my friend, I watched videos, I cooked dinner.
That is a full conversation.
Never think your life is too small for English.
Small life is real life.
Real life gives the best speaking practice.
Now let's talk about a very common beginner problem.
Freezing?
Yes, freezing.
The moment when your brain goes blank?
Your mouth gets quiet.
Time feels slow.
So what can you do?
Use rescue phrases.
Very important.
Easy rescue phrases are, let me think, 1 second, I'm not sure. How can I say this? I forgot the word.
These are lifesavers.
Because they give you time.
And they keep the conversation alive.
Let's use them.
What did you do yesterday?
Let me think. I stayed home and cleaned my room.
Very natural.
Another one?
Yes.
How can I say this? I went to my uncle's house.
Perfect.
Rescue phrases are not failure.
No, they are smart speaking.
Let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
One learner used to stop every time she forgot one word.
That must have been hard.
Very hard. Then she learned one sentence. I forgot the word, but.
Nice.
After that, she spoke more often.
Because she stopped waiting for perfect English.
Exactly.
That is such a big beginner lesson.
Now, let's do one full beginner-friendly daily conversation.
Great idea.
Listen carefully, everyone.
Hi, Sarah. How are you?
I'm okay, thanks. How about you?
I'm good, just a little tired.
Why are you tired?
I had a busy day at work.
Oh, really? What did you do?
I answered emails, had a meeting, and came home late.
That sounds busy. What are you doing now?
Now I'm resting and drinking tea.
Sounds nice. What are you doing tonight?
I'm going to watch a movie and sleep early.
That sounds relaxing.
It is. I need a quiet night.
Here is the interesting part.
What?
Many learners think their life is too boring for English.
But that is not true.
Not at all.
Boring life gives great English practice.
I stayed home. I cleaned my room. I called my friend. I watched videos. I cooked dinner.
That is a full conversation.
Never think your life is too small for English.
Small life is real life.
Real life gives the best speaking practice.
Now, let's talk about a very common beginner problem.
Freezing.
Yes, freezing.
The moment when your brain goes blank.
Your mouth gets quiet.
Time feels slow.
So what can you do?
Use rescue phrases.
Very important.
Easy rescue phrases are, let me think, 1 second, I'm not sure, how can I say this? I forgot the word.
These are lifesavers.
Because they give you time.
And they keep the conversation alive.
Let's use them.
What did you do yesterday? Let me think. I stayed home and cleaned my room.
Very natural. Another one?
Yes.
How can I say this? I went to my uncle's house.
Perfect.
Rescue phrases are not failure.
No, they are smart speaking.
Let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
One learner used to stop every time she forgot one word.
That must have been hard.
Very hard. Then she learned one sentence. I forgot the word, but...
Nice.
After that, she spoke more often.
Because she stopped waiting for perfect English.
Exactly.
That is such a big beginner lesson.
Now, let's do one full beginner-friendly daily conversation.
Great idea.
Listen carefully, everyone.
Hi, Sarah. How are you?
I'm okay, thanks. How about you?
I'm good, just a little tired.
Why are you tired?
I had a busy day at work.
Oh, really? What did you do?
I answered emails, had a meeting, and came home late.
That sounds busy. What are you doing now?
I'm resting and drinking tea.
Sounds nice. What are you doing tonight?
I'm going to watch a movie and sleep early.
That sounds relaxing.
It is. I need a quiet night.
Keep practicing.
Keep speaking.
Keep it simple.
Keep it slow.
Keep it real.
Your English grows in small daily conversations.
In your room.
In your kitchen.
On your walk.
In your quiet moments.
So use those moments.
Trust those moments.
Turn your daily life into English practice.
And your practice into confidence.
Thank you for spending this time with us.
We're proud of you for learning step by step.
And remember,
beginner English is not weak English.
It is growing English.
It is living English.
It is your voice getting stronger.
See you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.